Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching, keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers, I need the subs, I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury channel. Guys, I'm just making this vid here. I'm just in the park. Gonna have some coffee with a friend of mine today, but I'm making this video. I'm just holding my camera. And this is a video. I want to say that I think Austin Daniels is 100% right. Let me explain. Austin Daniels, famous YouTuber, watch enthusiast, just an all-round great guy. Click on the link. I'll put a little link in the question mark there. Austin Daniels, he's a great guy. He's in Japan. He's an American in Japan. Huge Rolex enthusiast. And he said something to me which is very true. What he said is, he said for him, the Rolexes, they are a utilitarian tool watch. And what they need to do is, a utilitarian tool watch, it needs to have a holes case. So he likes the sports watches with the holes in the case, so you can very easily take the bracelet off, put a NATO on, put a leather strap on. Good. Piss off. What are you doing here? Go away. So, by the way, quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date. And I gotta tell you, it's an interesting comment. He's Austin Daniels, the guy who can hold the phone for hours on end without getting an arm sore. He kind of nailed it. He said, you know, the best Rolex steel sports have rotating bezels, like a GMT, Submariner. He likes his tool watch to have novelty factor. And he said it's got to have a holes case. And he's right. A holes case, it's like a Land Rover. I'm not talking Range Rover with the air suspension. I'm talking about the original 1950s, 1960s Range Rover. Sorry, 1950s, 1960s Land Rover. They're very utilitarian. They were made of aluminum body panels, and you could do so much with them because they were just simple. And Rolex is like that too. It was the ultimate tool watch. My hand's getting sore. Ultimate tool watch, which you could just use a paper clip to take the bracelet off, put something else on, flip it around, move it, do this, do that. Now, Rolex has turned really nasty. A good friend of mine, Scotty had two watches. He had a 39mm Explorer 1 and he had the Batman. And he said, you know what, I'd really like to put the non-Centerlink polished bracelet from the Explorer 1 onto the Batman. Let's just swap them over. Both 20mm bracelets. Guess what? They have specially put the holes in the case so you can't easily swap the bracelets over. It can't be done. They don't want you mucking around with the bracelets. And that's funny because years ago, you'd buy the watch and then you could match any bracelet you wanted. You could have a Jubilee, you could have an Oyster, you could even get the flip, the diving extension on the Oyster. And if you bought a precious metal one, you could always get the presidential bracelet. In fact, I've seen a presidential bracelet on yellow gold presidential bracelet on a GMT solid gold head. And you'd say, hey, that's just a bastardized one. No, because the bracelet accommodated the holes case. So it was a special bracelet just for the gold head. Now, very rare, but that's kind of how it was so interchangeable. Now, I gotta tell you, Rolex now, instead of being the ultimate tool watch, it's become a watch for tools. That's what's happened. It's changed. It's been a shifting, and it's kind of sad because I liked my Rolex when they were, you know, utilitarian. They were very usable. You'd have a Rolex and it was so usable, and now they don't want you mucking around with it. Rolex gets very funny. I don't know what's happened there. You know, got these stupid wait lists. Nothing's easy to get. It's all a joke. It's all a bad joke. But I got to tell you, Austin Daniels, I think he nailed it on the head when he said, you know, Hole's case. You want to have Hole's case. And a good friend of mine, barista, he's a barista, he's got one of the Explorer 2s, which has got solid end links and Hole's case. That's kind of the ultimate sweet spot. I think that was kind of the ultimate bracelet combo meal with the... So Hole's case, solid end links. This was done for a little while. They did it with the Explorer 2, and they also did it with the GMT for a little bit. So it is a fascinating development there. So I got to say, you know, I think the honeymoon period in Rolex was really that Hole's case. And it's funny, I lived in Asia for a number of years, and everybody, they all wanted the latest model. They wanted the no holes case. But now that you come to think about it, the holes case was so usable. These are not dress watches. These were not fancy wancy. Hello there. These are not Thanksgiving dinner there. These are not fancy wancy watches. These were watches to use, and you know, it's kind of sad that it's totally changed. And I got to tell you, it's a good point. Austin Daniel raises some very good points there. It's the fact that the Hole's case was so usable, so utilitarian. You just could whack off the bracelet, change things. It had such versatility. And that's kind of changed. It's kind of changed. You know, the old days you could go to a retailer and buy a Rolex. They're gone. It's all waiting lists and VIPs and all this bullshit. It's very, unfortunately, it's very difficult. It's not easy, and it probably won't ever be easy. This is the way the world goes. I'm sorry. It is just the way it goes. And you know, that's it. That's life. Welcome to 2020 forward. Yeah, it's just a different world we live in, you know. I can't believe it. I can't believe how things have changed. And you know, it worries me. These fads. 20 years ago it was Pam that was hot. What's going to change? What's going to happen? And maybe Rolex, it won't change. Maybe Rolex will hold it by the mantle, by the horns, hold the bull by the horns, and retain this lead. It's an interesting scenario. We'll see what happens. But there you go, guys. That's tribute to Austin Daniels. Austin Daniels nailed it. He nailed it. Rolex tool watch needs to have a Hole's case, and he's right. I even like the Datejust with the Hole's case. You know, just easy to take them off, switch it over, switch your Roonies. You could easily, you know, change the look in that there. They don't want you to do that now. They don't want you mucking around with bracelets or straps. And I love, look at this, I've got a Mission Brown strap today. Mission Brown on the reverso. I like to muck around with straps and leather, rubber, you know, just muck around with this, try different things, NATOs, you know, all these different things. Okay, guys, that's today's vid. I will see you in the next one. So I just want to say tribute, Austin Daniels. Austin Daniels, man, you are the man. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.